Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Gandharvya tadrushirasya mithunyascha shita parivritya vilumpanti sarva kama vinirmitam Gandharvyastadrushirasya Maithunyascha sitaha Parivritya vilumpanti Sarva kama vinirmitam Gandharvyastadrushirasya Maithunyascha sitaha Parivritya vilumpanti Sarva kama vinirmitam Gandharvya tadrushirasya Vinirmita Gandharvyah Gandharvis Tadrishi similarly Asya of Chandavega Maithunyah companions for sexual intercourse Cha also Sita white Asita black Parivritya by surrounding Vilumpanti they plundered Sarvakama all kinds of desirable objects Vinirmita manufactured. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Along with Chandavega were as many female Gandharvis as there were soldiers. All of them repetitively plundered all the paraphernalia for sense enjoyment. Purport. The days have been compared to the soldiers of Chandavega. Night is generally a time for sex enjoyment. Days are considered to be white and nights are considered to be black. Or from another point of view, there are two kinds of nights, black nights and white nights. All these days and nights combine to pass away our span of life and everything we manufacture for sense gratification. Material activity means manufacturing things for sense gratification. Scientists are conducting research to find out how we can satisfy our senses more and more elaborately. In this Kali Yuga, the demoniac mentality is employed in manufacturing various machines to facilitate the process of sense gratification. There are so many machines for ordinary household activities. There are machines for washing dishes, cleansing the floor, shaving, clipping hair. Today everything is done by machine. All these facilities for sense gratification are described in this verse as Sarvakama Vinirmitam. The time factor, however, is so strong that not only is our span of life being expended, but all the machines and facilities for sense gratification are deteriorating. Therefore, in this verse, the word vilumpanti, plundering, is used. Everything is being plundered from the very beginning of our lives. This plundering of our possessions and lifespan begins with the day of our birth. One day will come when death will finish everything, and the living entity will have to enter another body to begin another chapter of life and again begin the cycle of material sense gratification. Prahlad Maharaj describes this process as punaha punaha charvita charvananam, Bhagavatam 7.5.30. Materialistic life means chewing the chewed again and again. The central point of material life is sense gratification. In different types of bodies, the living entity enjoys various senses, and through creating various types of facilities, he chews the chewed. Whether we squeeze sugar out of sugarcane with our teeth or machine, the result is the same, sugarcane juice. We may discover many ways to squeeze the juice out of sugarcane, but the result is the same. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostude Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome you all for today morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. We were discussing the story of Puranjana, how Puranjana was enjoying with his family, his wife, his children. He begot hundreds of thousands of children in his city of 9 gates, and he was enjoying blissfully. Everybody enjoys this life thinking that they will never die. That's the most astonishing thing in this world. Ahani ahani bhutani gachanti yama mandiram sheshas thavaram icchanti kimascharya mata param. The most surprising thing in this world is we see everybody dying, but we fail to recognize that we will also die one day. We live as if we are eternal, but although we are temporary, our life is temporary. We will die at one point of time. So Puranjana also started enjoying with his family, and he forgot that death will come one day. And death is coming, but he failed to realize that death is coming. The day we are born, the attack of time starts. The attack of death starts. Time is compared to death. Kalosmi, Kalaha. Kala means that which destroys everything. Loka kshaya krit pravriddha. So the day we are born, our fight with death starts. So here Chandavega attacked the city of Puranjana. He didn't attack alone, he attacked with all his entourage, soldiers, male soldiers, female soldiers. They started attacking Puranjana. So the king Chandavega is compared to time. And the time, of course, time cannot be, it can be represented by the clock, but we can't stop time, neither can we control time. Maybe we can change the timing of the watch, but we can't change time. Time is extremely powerful energy of Krishna. Actually, it's Krishna himself. Time is Krishna himself. So the Lord in the form of time makes everything change and ultimately destroys everything. So the time is represented by days and nights. Day and night, day and night. So the days are compared to Gandharvas, Gandharva soldiers, male soldiers. And they are 360 in number. 360 days in a year. Of course, in the modern calendar you may find 365, sometimes 366. But in the Vedic calendar it is always 360, because every month is 30 days. Right? So all the months, according to lunar calendar, is 30 days. So 30 into 12 is 360 days. So there are 360 days and 360 nights. And these soldiers, 360 plus 360 is 720 soldiers, they are also of two varieties, black and white. Some are black and some are white. And that is compared to Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Shukla Paksha is white, bright fortnight. Right? And there is Krishna Paksha, which is dark fortnight. So they are also white and dark. No? Sita, Asita. Sita means white, Asita means dark. So these soldiers, they are attacking the person from the day of his birth. But we don't realize. We don't see the attack happening. We don't realize it happening. It's happening, but we don't realize it. Right? So because we are able to fight this attack, because Puranjana was strong, he was able to counter this attack of time, of death. Because he had powerful soldiers like the snake, which is compared to prana. His prana was very strong, his senses were very strong. So he was able to stop them up till the age of 50, with the peak of his life. And after the age of 50, his prana started becoming weak, his senses started becoming weak, so he could not fight. Then the Gandharvas and the Gandharvis, they started attacking, they started breaking the gates first. Right? पहले अटैक कहाँ पे होता है? The attacks. Any enemy wants to come inside, they will attack the gates. They'll try to break open one gate, and through that gate, they'll enter inside, and then start destroying from within. So the attack of time or death starts through the gates, the 9 gates which we have. The eyes started getting cataract, we can't see properly. The ears start becoming weak, we can't hear properly. We have to put some machines, hearing aids to hear. Right? One cannot eat properly because the teeth have become loose. Right? And the loose tooth has to be removed. And then people use dentures. And so this is how the attack starts. And even the lower portions, they start getting diseases like piles and many other diseases. So eating is difficult, evacuating is also difficult. That's how the age, with the passage of age, the attack intensifies. And when the Chandavega soldiers, they enter through these different gates, they go inside and they start plundering. They start plundering all the objects which Puranjana wanted to enjoy, isn't it? All of them repeatedly plundered all the paraphernalia for sense enjoyment, thoroughly destroyed them. Vilumpanti sarvakama vinirmitam. So they destroyed all the paraphernalia of sense enjoyment, and Puranjana was bereft of sense objects, and he was also bereft of his energy. So then he started becoming weak and weak and weak. So generally in old age we will see that people have desire to enjoy, but they cannot enjoy because the instruments to enjoy are not supporting. Again, old age people want to eat, they have desire to eat sweets and all, but the instruments are not supporting. The liver is not supporting, the digestive system is not supporting, so they can't eat. They want to walk and jump, but they can't because the leg has become weak. All the joints are paining, so they can't even sit. If they sit, they can't get up, isn't it? So that is the nature of time. The time makes everything weak and weak. But somehow, not realizing this fact, people are trying to make this world better. That's another surprising thing. They are trying to make this world better by using better technology so that they can remain healthy and happy and continue their sense enjoyment. So Srila Prabhupada elaborately has written the points in this purport, how people are trying to make this world better. Although Krishna says that this world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam, but people not realizing this point of Krishna, they are trying to make this world better and trying to stay here only. That is the problem of materialistic civilization. They don't have any idea that there is another world which is beautiful world, and when we go there, we will not have to come back here again. Not realizing that fact, they are trying to make this world comfortable here, but we can never make this world comfortable. That is the nature, right? Like people want to, even in this world also, people want to enjoy nice sceneries. They want to go to hill station. They want to go to take photos of sceneries and all, right? So some people had gone to Uttarakhand. No? You might have seen the videos. What happened yesterday, right? Huge buildings and hotels and tourist spots. Within 3 to 5 seconds, washed off because of flash floods. And suddenly there was cloud burst and huge quantity of water gushing through the mountain peaks, and then within seconds all the buildings are literally washed off. So that is the nature of this world. We think that this world is very, very nice, but when nature shows a real form, dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Right? I think people are trying to run, but flood came and they are buried under the debris of the buildings, so can't escape. Same thing happened last year in Kerala during the rainy season only. In Venad, Right? Wayanad. So there, people had made nice resorts to enjoy, like heaven, nice hill station, greenery, like heaven on earth, such kind of a place. And people are investing more and more, trying to make more and more hotels, attract more and more tourism. And overnight, everything was washed off. So when nature shows her fury, nobody can stand in front of. You can see tsunamis happening in one corner of the world, isn't it? So Russia and Japan, they are fighting with tsunami. Somewhere is fighting with wildfires. Right? The dreamlands are getting burnt. Right? Hollywood lands of Los Angeles getting burnt. All the cinema stars losing their property, cherished property. So that is the reality of this world. We may try to make this world better, but when Mother Nature shows her fury, we can't stand in front of that. So nature is telling us, don't try to make this world better. This world is what it is. Now we should try to go out of this world. Isn't it? Similarly, we are trying to make this body better. Right? Puranjana was in the city of 9 gates. He was very happy. So we are also in the city of 9 gates. But some people don't like the way they look. They go for plastic surgery. Some people don't like the way their hairs are, so they do hair transplant. Some people, they don't like the way, right, their body figure is. They try to do all kinds of operations and try to change their body figures. But we can't make this body better. It will give more misery. Michael Jackson, he had more than, I think, 100 surgeries to look better. But he was most frustrated. Huh? He made himself from a black to white, right? Black to fair, and did so many nose surgeries. And he was afraid of death. So he made sure that there will be all donors available. If his lungs are gone, lung transplant, liver transplant, heart transplant. So for every organ of his body, he had a donor. But unfortunately, he died before reaching the age of 50. He died. This is the nature of this body also. So we can't make this body better. We have to live with what body we have, because as per our past karma, we have got this body. Just be happy with this body, but try to engage this body in Krishna's service. Try to live as comfortable as possible, so that there are not much troubles. Whatever troubles are there, that's good enough. Don't try to increase the troubles, and try to practice Krishna consciousness. So that's the goal of life, isn't it? Scientists are conducting research to find out how we can satisfy our senses more and more elaborately. Right? And in Kali Yuga especially, the demonic mentality is employed in manufacturing various machines to facilitate the process of sense gratification. Right? All technology, many of your engineers and doctors, and for what this technology is being used? All your knowledge is being used for what? Sense gratification. Make better facility for eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's all. The whole goal. If you see all the problem statements of all engineering or PhDs, try to make the world as better as possible, comfortable as possible. Let's try to be more comfortable, more happy. That's the basic purpose behind all the research happening in this world. Behind all technology, all mobile phones, all laptops, cars, refrigeration, construction, everything you see, let's try to be as happy as possible and as quickly as possible. That is the whole purpose behind materialistic civilization. And that's why they are inventing. Prabhupada is talking about dishwash. Right? Of course, in the Western world, it's quite normal. Everybody in the home has a dishwasher. Jai Shri Shri Radha Vinod Ji ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Baldev Sudra Maharani ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. And everybody in this home have dishwasher. They have vacuum cleaners to clean the floor. And people, they have automatic shaving machines. Right? Early days we used to use blades, but now they have automatic machine. And then they have automatic clipping, electric toothbrush also. And you just open your mouth, and toothbrush will come and clean all your mouth. You don't even want to use the hand also for brushing the teeth. Right? In our village days, we used to use dant manjan, right? Datun, neem ka. We'll just go on the terrace, cut a twig of neem, and then nice brush your teeth. And their teeth used to be healthy for 80 years. But those who use toothpaste, right, all the modern brands, so their teeth will go within 50, 60 years. Right? दांत हिलने लगता है 50 साल में, निकालना पड़ेगा. Because they are not using what Krishna has given, they are manufacturing something artificial. Isn't it? So, one example for this is, scientists wanted to go to space, so they wanted to invent a pen and paper which can write in the space also. Because the pen which we use here will not be able to write in the space, because वहाँ पे vacuum space air pressure is very low. इधर air pressure ज़्यादा होता है तो ink निकलता है बाहर से, और वहाँ पे लिख नहीं सकता. So they did lot of research and they invented one pen which can write even in space. But another intelligent scientist, he said, why did you waste so much time? I could have used a pencil or a chalk. So people are using, they are making the life very, very complicated. Very, very, very complicated. Srila Prabhupada, even in America, when he went there, he was using eucalyptus twigs to brush his teeth. He didn't depend on his modern toothbrush and toothpaste for brushing. And wherever he was, he used to tell people, cut the eucalyptus twigs and send me, courier me. And Prabhupada used eucalyptus twigs. Yeah. Because there neem trees were not growing much, so alternative for neem is eucalyptus. So Prabhupada used to use that. There are many letters where Prabhupada writes, okay, I'll be in this city, so courier the twigs there. So Prabhupada used to. So Prabhupada liked to live simple. Even though he was traveling all over the world and preaching, but he was tried to live a very simple life and eat simple. Prabhupada never asked, no, give me pizza, pasta. No, Prabhupada said, roti, sabji, dal, chapati, like that. Simple food, right? Traditional food, traditional living. That's how he lived. So that's how Prabhupada lived long, and he was healthy and preached also. Krishna Foundation. At the age of 70 plus, writing so many books and following such a rigorous schedule is not very easy. But you will see that Srila Prabhupada did that, because, of course, because of his spiritual strength and also because of his regulated lifestyle. Otherwise, it is not possible to do such tremendous service. So Prabhupada says even there are hair clipping machines and nail clipping machines and all such things are being invented. All these facilities for sense gratification are described in this verse as sarva kama vinirmitam. But the nature of this world is that even these things become old and they have to be disposed. Vilumpanti. The time not only destroys our capacity to enjoy, but it also destroys the objects which we want to enjoy. Both are temporary. Our senses are destroyed by time, and even the objects of sense enjoyment, they are also destroyed by the time. So, intelligent person should think, why am I wasting my time trying to enjoy temporary things? So, better let me enjoy serving Krishna. That's the best thing, because Krishna is eternal, and as a spirit soul I am eternal. So, the relationship between Krishna and me is also eternal. So, let me enjoy eternal happiness. Why to enjoy temporary pleasures of this world? So, intelligent person will think like this. That's what Prahlad Maharaj talks in Srimad Bhagavatam. Amazing instructions to Prahlad Maharaj, especially if you read the 5th chapter. Kaumaramacharet prajño dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusham janma tadapyadhruvamarthadam. The human life is very rare, but it is very valuable. adruvam, artadam. It is temporary, but it is very, very valuable. That's why one should start practicing Bhagavata Dharma from the age of 5. But nowadays, even at the age of 50, people don't wake up. They are sleeping in deep slumber, not waking up to spiritual life. That is a strange thing in this world. Prahlad Maharaj is calling people, wake up at the age of 5. And he himself practiced Krishna consciousness in the womb. Right? Prahlad is telling at least 5, but he himself started at the age of 0, even before being born. So, we should also practice seriously now, and we should also tell others to practice seriously. That is the teaching of Prahlad Maharaj. And another teaching of Prahlad Maharaj is that he is telling, don't enjoy sense gratification. Sukham maindrikam daitya deha yogena dehinam sarvatra labhyate devad yatha dukkham ayatnataha. Hey daitya, he is saying to Rakshasas, hey daitya putras, you people are trying to enjoy your sense gratification, but don't endeavor for that. Sukham aindrikam sukham, the pleasure of the senses, should not be endeavored for. Deha yogena dehinam sarvatra labhyate devad. Because the pleasure of the senses is automatically acquired with the passage of time as per our previous karma. Because Deha Yoga, you have got this body, as per your karma, which you have to enjoy in this body, it will come. Happiness will come, suffering will also come. Yatha dukkham ayatnataha. Just like without enduring for suffering, suffering comes. Similarly, without enduring for pleasure, pleasure will also come. So don't endure for this. Tat prayaso na kartavyo. Yataha ayur veha param. Na tatha vindate kshemam mukunda charanabhajam. Right? Prahlad Maharaj is telling there that tat prayaso, don't endure for sense gratification. Na kartavya. We are not supposed to endure for sense gratification. Never. Not required. Prahlad Maharaj says. Why? Because whatever is supposed to come as per your destiny will come. So then what I should work for? Immediately the question, materialistic person will say that you are telling me not to work for sense gratification, then what I should work for? Only for progress in Krishna consciousness. Na tatha vindate kshema mukunda charanambujam. One cannot attain kshema unless one takes shelter of Mukunda, lotus feet of Mukunda. So that's the teaching of Prahlad Maharaj to all his friends. And all his friends accepted. Prahlad, what you are telling is correct. Where did you learn all this? I learned from my guru. Well, Chandamarka are our gurus. They are not teaching all this to us. Are you having special classes? No, my guru is Narada Muni. He taught me in another school, in the womb. I learned all this there only. Achha. So then they further asked, tell us more about what you learned in the womb. So like this, Prahlad Maharaj is teaching. See, at least 2 chapters in Bhagavatam are Prahlad Maharaj's teachings only. Right? His teachings to his classmates and what he learned in the womb. That's what he's sharing with his friends. So, this Bhagavata Dharma should begin at the age of 5. But the age of 5, nowadays schools and colleges are teaching us how to enjoy sense gratification. They are teaching them Indriya Sukha Dharma. How to satisfy your senses. And that is nothing but adharma. Even a first standard, second standard boy is dreaming, I want to be IITian. Is that the goal of life? And their IITians are committing suicide. Right? People are living in such a contradictory world. One person is thinking, I will be happy being an IITian. And the IITian is thinking, I will commit suicide because I am frustrated. What is this? Because people don't know the real goal of life, the real purpose of life. That is happiness. And happiness does not lie in degrees. Happiness doesn't lie in money. Happiness doesn't lie in material things. It lies in Krishna consciousness. It lies in Krishna consciousness. I was hearing a small clip of my spiritual master. He was telling, he was speaking to many bankers in one, I think, banking company in US. He was telling, in my life of 65 years, I have not seen anybody whom people love because he is rich, or because he is famous, or because he is having material possessions, he is beautiful. No. People love because you love them. So real satisfaction lies in love, getting that true love. And the true love can be experienced where? Only in service to Krishna. So that true love has to be attained. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yatho bhakti radokshare ahetuki apratihata yatma suprasidati. So the true love can be attained only in service to Lord Krishna. Like you can see in the life of Prahlad Maharaj, how Prabhupada quoted Prahlad Maharaj here. Matina Krishne paratasvato va mitho vipadhyet grihavratanam adant gopir vishadam tamishram punah punah charvita charvananam. Prabhupada is quoting Prahlad Maharaj saying that this material sense gratification is nothing but chewing the chewed again and again. Very graphically Prabhupada described how sugarcane. You take sugarcane and chew it in the mouth, you will get sugarcane juice. Or you put it in a machine, you will get sugarcane juice. Isn't it? Pleasure is the same. You sleep on the floor or you sleep on a bed, after sleeping you forget where you are. Isn't it? A dog is sleeping in the street, we are sleeping in the rooms, but once we sleep, pleasure is the same. Right? Somebody may eat a roti in a paper plate or in a steel plate or in a silver plate. Roti is roti, taste is the same. It won't change. Similarly, people may try to enjoy sense gratification different way, but ultimately it is sense gratification. So there is nothing new in that. Punaha punaha charvita charvanana. In one life we enjoyed in the dog body, another life we enjoyed in a demigod body. Now we are enjoying in the human body. Same pleasure. Punah punah charvita charvanana. Nothing new. Right? Some people are fascinated with newness in this world. Guruji, this new car has come. Guruji, this new mobile has come. Guruji, this new feature has come. No, nothing new. Everything is old only. Previous Kali Yuga also, same iPhone was there. Same Samsung mobiles were there in previous Kali Yuga also. Nothing new. You might have used it before also. This Yantra Vidya is for Kali Yuga. And when Kali Yuga comes, it will manifest. Vidya is there, but it will be manifest slowly. AI was also there. Nothing new. People think it is new, but nothing is new. Everything is old only. But we think it is new. Punah punah charvita charvanana. So better than using all these things for sense gratification, if something new comes, we should engage in Krishna service. That's all. And try to increase our Krishna consciousness. Ena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshayat. Somehow or the other, one should be able to fix one's mind on Krishna. That is the golden rule. Never, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Right? Smartavyam satatam Vishnu, vismartavyam na jatuchit. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. That's the golden rule of Krishna consciousness. And whatever helps us to remember Krishna, accept it. Whatever makes us forget Krishna, reject it. Throw it away. That's another golden rule. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjana. If some technology is useful in Krishna service, use it. Some technology is not useful, kick it out. Reject it. So, that is the basic principle of Krishna consciousness. Like nowadays, people like to watch movies. Craze about movies. So that's why theaters are there, and OTTs are there, and mobiles are there. People like to watch. But when Krishna consciousness is presented in animation format, it becomes so attractive. And what we see now, revolution is happening. That is, Mahavatar Narasimhadev, people are watching it again and again and again, and people are not getting bored. This is a practical example of how effective it is, isn't it? And people are, everybody is chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and people are chanting Hare Krishna. Theaters have become temples. It's as if Kali Yuga has gone and Satyuga has come. Like that experience, people are really experiencing the kind of reviews people are giving. So you can see that dedicated efforts of a small group of devotees can have such an impact on a mass scale that everybody is now talking about Prahlad Maharaj and Narsingadev. Isn't it? So that's the kind of revolution a technology, when it's used in Krishna's service, can do. Isn't it? And one person was telling that only ऐसा ही मूवी बनाना चाहिए, बाकी सब मूवी बंद करना चाहिए. Isn't it? So only such kind of things should be made. Nothing else should be made. That's what one person was commenting. I said, wonderful, this is what we need. And do we have dearth of material? Unlimited material. Bhagavad Purana only you can make about 100 movies. So many avatars, so many devotees. There can be one Parikshit Maharaj story, there can be Shukadeva Goswami story, there can be all the Dashavatara stories. There will be Krishna Leela itself in 90 chapters. 90 movies you can make there only with all detail. And other than this, there is Mahabharata, like huge. You can make thousands of episodes, isn't it? So there is no dearth of material. And there are 18 Puranas, there are Upanishads, you can, only thing, even all the resources will fall short if people think in this direction. And Srila Prabhupada wanted such kind of revolution also to happen, isn't it? So Prabhupada used printing press to print huge quantity of books. And now there is digital media, and the devotees are using digital media to promote all this kind of spiritual material. And you can see what kind of transformation is happening. Even children are getting emotionally touched, and they are practicing, becoming inclined to spirituality. Now next level what we should do is, we should tell them, come and read Bhagavatam. I watched Nasimha movie, like it, now read Bhagavatam, read the original. Now bring them back to Shastras. So this movie should be used as a tool to bring them to temples, give Narsimha Katha, then give the Bhagavatam to them so they can read and go deeper into Krishna consciousness. So what is taught in movie is very simple. But if you read Prahlad Maharaj's instructions, they are so heavy. Right? Right? We can't tell all those things in the movies because it's very heavy, very deep instructions are there which ordinary people cannot understand. In the theaters, they need a class sitting like this, where they can understand, they can practice, and they can grow in Krishna consciousness. So all that work is to be done by all of us, isn't it? So movie will do its job, but we have to do our job of making people devotees and actually evoking that devotion and giving them the practice, devotional practices to them. That work we should do. Otherwise, people will again go to next movie, Puna Charvita Charananam. They will forget Narsingadev and again go to some other avatara. Some other material hero will come with another movie and then they will start watching. Right? So they should be fixed up in Krishna. That's the goal. Isn't it? Because the nature of this material world is people forget. Right? They'll forget this also eventually. It has made an impact. Now we should capitalize on this and make people more Krishna conscious. Isn't it? Otherwise, Maya is very strong. Only one God's movie is released, but there are thousands of other movies, materialistic movies being released. So they will get overshadowed eventually. But Lord will again come in some other form and again revive it. So we should not be complacent, and we should try to be active and preach Krishna consciousness. Because Matirna Krishna Paratas Svatova Mito Vipadhyet Grihavatana Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamishram. Those who are sense gratifiers, whose senses are uncontrolled, Adanta Gobi, they cannot fix their mind on Krishna by their own effort, neither by others preaching. It is difficult. Matirna Krishna Parataha Svatova Mitho Vipadyate. And even with both endeavors, sometimes we cannot make one a devotee. Adanta Gobir Vishadam Tamishram, because their senses are uncontrolled and they are gliding down and down into sense gratification, to hellish planets. Punah Charvita Charvananam. So what one should do? How to fix one's mind on Krishna? What is the solution, Prahlad Maharaj? Padarajobhishekam, he says, Naishamatistavadurukkramangrim sprushatyanartha pagamo yadartha mahiyasam padarajobhishekam nishkinchananam na vrinitayavad. So nishkinchananam, those who are pure devotees of the Lord. We should take the dust off their lotus feet. Mahiyasam, the great devotees who are Nishkinchana, such people's service we have to do. Padarajabhisheka means what? One should serve them. Little meaning is take the dust from the feet and smear on your body. That's little meaning. But actual meaning is serve them. Seva karo unke. Like our Narada Muni, Narada boy, served sannyasis and he got their mercy and he became elevated. Similarly, we also, if we serve the great souls, take the dust of the lotus feet, then we can also Matihi Urukrama, right? One can fix one's mind on Urukrama, Krishna. Otherwise, we will not be able to fix our mind on Krishna because we are filled with anarthas. As long as the heart is filled with anarthas, one cannot get steadiness in bhakti, one cannot get what is called samadhi. One cannot fix one's mind on Krishna. So, by serving the great souls, anarthas are removed from the heart and the mind becomes steady. And with that steady mind, one can fix one's mind on Krishna or whatever service he is doing. Otherwise, his mind is always distracted. Right. Prahlad Maharaj told Hiranyakashipu, my dear father, because you are uncontrolled, ajitendriyaha, you are always disturbed. He tells in the 9th chapter of Bhagavatam, because you are not sense controlled, you are a slave of your lust and anger, you are always disturbed. Although you have conquered the entire 3 worlds, but still you are unhappy because you have not controlled the senses. So real happiness is in controlling the senses. Oh my dear father, please control your senses. Prahlad Maharaj tells this. Hiranyakashipu did not listen, he became more angry. Upadesho hi murkhanam prakopaya kalpate. If you tell a fool, he will become more angry. So similarly, materialistic people also like that. You tell them materialist, you fool, they become more angry. So that's why you should tell them you are very intelligent. Sadhu, you are very great sadhu, you are a very intelligent person. Please give up your materialistic life and worship Chaitanya Chandra. Charane Kurutanuragam. Please worship the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. So one should say like this. So we cannot directly criticize materialistic people, but we should make them favorable and then bring them to Krishna consciousness. So understanding that the time is ticking and we are coming closer to death, the soldiers of Chandavega, they are attacking us days and nights. And with every passing day, 1 day is gone. Ayur harate pumsan, udyanasthan cha yanaso. Right? Every day and night, our day, time is, countdown is beginning towards death. Na tasya, right? Uttama shloka vartaya. Those who are tasya rite kshanonita uttama shloka vartaya. Except those who are engaged in Krishna katha, in Krishna consciousness, everybody is coming closer to death. But those who are engaged in Krishna consciousness, they are coming closer to Krishna, they are coming closer to eternal time. So that's why intelligent man will engage his time in Krishna consciousness. So that's what we can learn from Prahlad Maharaj and also from this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Puranjana is now enjoying sense gratification, but with the attack of Chandavega and time, he gets defeated very badly. And his body is plundered, and ultimate attack happens with Prajvara. It is like fire. Prajvara comes and puts fire in all the holes of the body and inside the body also, and whole body starts burning with Maranajvara, 106 degrees. And when that Maranajvara attacks, prana could not stay inside. Prana leaves the body, along with the prana, Puranjana also leaves the body. And then finally he goes to another body and takes birth. Because while dying, Puranjana was thinking of his wife. Next life he becomes a she. And her name was Vaidarbi. And the story continues. So we'll pause here. If anybody has any question or a comment, we can take one or two. So today is also disappearance day of Srila Rupa Goswami, who is one of the great acharyas. We are also called Rupanugas. We are followers of Srila Rupa Goswami, because Rupa Goswami is our Abhideya Acharya. He has given us all the rules and regulations and the processes required to follow in our life to attain Krishna consciousness. So he has written books, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, which are like the handbooks for us. So we can try to read those books, and we can also pray at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa Manjari that she gives us her mercy on this day. So Rupa Manjari in his spiritual body is Rupa Manjari in the spiritual world, a very close associate of Srimati Radharani. So we can pray for her mercy. And today is also the disappearance day of Srila Gauridas Pandit, who is also one of the close associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadip Leela. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki jai. Hare Krishna.